Good morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, markets are lower to maybe a little mixed. You've got beans down 8 cents, meal down $4, corn's down 2, Chicago wheat's up 3 cents, while KC's down 4 and Minneapolis is down 1. Outside markets, the S&Ps are trading over 5,000. Dollar's a little bit higher while crude's flat, gold's flat, and we continue to see a rally in the cocoa market, and yesterday cattle futures were higher. Big day yesterday as far as numbers were concerned. Some people, the bulls, have said that there might have been somewhat of a muted reaction by the trade, which might be positive, thinking that a lot of the numbers are in the market. But again, the big thing, I think the USDA raised the U.S. soybean carryout due to lower exports. There was a minor adjustment in both wheat and corn carryout up because of a little bit lower domestic usage. The USDA did lower the corn and soybean crop in Brazil, but not as much as CONAB. So that has the market confused. Which number do they use? Do they use the USDA number, or do they use CONAB numbers? But it doesn't feel like even the CONAB corn numbers is necessarily bullish if the demand isn't there. Again, the Chinese lowered their import numbers of corn and soybeans more than the USDA. And the USDA also increased Ukraine corn and wheat export numbers. So for U.S. exports, there's increased competition in corn from Ukraine and eventually South America. For wheat, the Black Sea prices are cheaper than U.S. Prices, and we're kind of like in an island in which our prices are just too high for a big increase in demand on the export side. We also noted that they did keep Argentina numbers unchanged. There was some rain yesterday in the BA. Overnight in Cordoba. More rain is expected in parts of Brazil. So, we're going to keep the crop probably where it is. The question is, where is it? And both the Brazilian and the U.S. and the Argentine farmer are not big sellers yet of new crop grain. Here in the U.S., from a weather standpoint, the Midwest is dry. We will warm up. I think the one thing that the market still is trying to keep an eye on is the polar vortex that could come across the U.S. February 22nd through 25th. This morning, maps said it might be a colder event for Europe than for the United States, but we still have to watch it pretty closely. We also have to kind of watch some weather events that could drive down the Midwest for the month of March, and we'll see parts of Iowa, especially if that is a problem going into the planting season. The next big event for the market is February 15th and 16th, the Outlook Conference. So we'll be diving into the numbers next week a little bit going into the conference. But last year, the USDA had corn acres lower than what they actually ended up being, bean acres higher, and they got the wheat numbers pretty close. So we'll see what the forum says this year about the 24-25 crops.